All right, we are continuing our tour through NMU's Police Training Academy, going behind the scenes of the medical training, because today, Squad 2, that's right, it's their time to shine. We are continuing our look at the EMS, the medical portion of police officer recruit training. Today's the final day of EMS training, and now we're looking at training for responding to heat stroke, hypothermia, other environmental...
Any allergies?
Environmentally caused conditions, yeah, because, you know, in the UK,
Poison
we got a lot of that.
Has this happened to you before? Yes. Okay, can you tell me exactly what's going on? Itchy? Like, throw or all over? All over the place? Okay. Are you allergic to anything specific? Any animal, pollen?
Tree nuts.
What's that?
Tree nuts.
Tree nuts? Okay, all right. So, what were you doing today?
I don't know if she does. I was just here.
Okay. Do you have an EpiPen on you? No. Okay. When was the last time this has happened to you?
A month ago.
A month ago? Okay. What happened when that occurred a month ago? Kind of like steps. Nothing really? Okay. Did you have EMS show up for you then too? And
No, never really progressed.
it just kind of went away? Okay. We're going to see here in our bag. Okay. So where exactly are you itching? Really on your neck? Okay. All right. Yeah, how's your breathing?
It's okay right
Your airway? It feels open, it's not closing on you or anything? No. Okay. Alrighty. So what were you doing today?
now. There's just
Just eating? Okay. So do you think you got this from food or? Yes. Okay. What kind of food were you eating?
this
Salad? Okay. So maybe we should just smoke salad with me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna, EMS is around. We're just gonna monitor you right now, make sure your airway stays open, okay? Just keep breathing, stay calm, okay? If it progresses anymore, we do have an EpiPen for you. But right now,
So in this scenario, our victim is itchy, they feel maybe their throat closing up. They said they were just
Okay,
eating
though.
a salad. They're allergic to tree nuts.
What kind of salad was that?
So our officers
House salad? Those are
asking
my
them
favorites.
questions
Yeah,
while
what was in there?
trying to reverse some of these symptoms while EMS is on the way, or an ambulance rather.
Never know what's in that food. You still feeling okay if you throw it out?
It feels wrong,
It feels wrong. Okay, is it scratchy? Is it, yeah, is it starting to swell in on you?
I think.
Okay. Alrighty. If you can just sit back here a little bit. Okay. And, all right.
Ingredients. I think there are some nuts she might be allergic to that we kept nearby.
So the questions that she's asking, you know, I see that they're very detailed and trying to make sure that the patient stays calm and that she's trying to get as much detail as possible.
One of the most important things and unfortunate things for us is there's only so much we can do, right? We do have training, however, a lot of times we can't fix people, right? So the questions she's asking are trying to detail just to pinpoint what's actually going on. If you look at symptoms, you know, lightheadedness, nausea, there are a lot of different things, right? So asking those questions will help pinpoint something, right? So she asks, she's allergic to anything, pine nuts, what'd you eat? A salad, right? So that's narrowing it down that this is a high probability of allergic reaction. Having the EpiPen available, excuse me, we can aid them administering it, right? And a lot of times people that have severe allergies already know that they have that, right? It's not often you have somebody that doesn't know at all, so they may carry an EpiPen already, right? And that can indication, those are the things we can look at where some people have it right on their waistband, right? So that's a good indication, well, they have allergies, maybe this is an allergic reaction. But a lot of times all we can do in this situation is just relay information that EMSs are coming, they know what they have. And for us, we want to do more, but we can. You know, part of our job with EMS literally is just trying to help figure out what it is and just be calm for that patient, right? Talk to them, you know, engage with them so they're not panicking. And that's just kind of it. Hurry up and wait, like we said earlier. There are a lot of times that's what it comes down to.
So is it so it's pretty often that officers do carry like EpiPens and things like that on their person just in case if they do get called out to something like this.
Good question, but no. So EpiPen is considered a medication. We're not doctors. We cannot prescribe or administer medication. If somebody has their own EpiPen, we can aid them, but we ourselves cannot administer it, right? So, and that's where it's difficult, but unfortunately, that's one of those things that we can't carry an EpiPen.
Right. So that's where like the training comes into place with just trying to make sure that they stay calm,
Correct.
keep talking,
Yep.
making sure that they're breathing, make sure that their airways are clear so that, although she said that her throat may be feeling like it's closing, she's making sure that she's still comfortable, keeping her talking, things like this.
We monitor that patient. Now, if it changes, if that throat starts swelling up more, well, then we have a different issue, right? So now we have to make sure the airway stays open. We may have to breathe for that person. So just because we can't do something at that moment in time, we have to be able to adapt if something changes and respond accordingly.
Yeah.
Does the training in the academy at all change, like with
No, okay.
the
Okay, so we're
times and the
monitoring.
changing needs of the people of the Upper Peninsula?
That's a really good question. Yes, for the most part. I think that, I mentioned we have about 800 or more hours of training in the 16 weeks here. So we're always adding something different, but a lot of times it's just repetitive nature, right? Same stuff that we see over and over and over. Nothing really changes, right? When it comes to EMS stuff, doesn't really change, right? Make sure they're breathing, make sure they have the pulse, all that. So that's been the same forever, right? So that's our main goal. Now, environmentally, some stuff might change. You get into the weather, you get rural areas where there's no signal. So those things we kind of have to train for and brainstorm, but there really isn't much different than that what we can do. More technology comes out will help, better radios, better phone signals, better towers, all that can help. But for the most part, it doesn't change much.
Is this normal for you when you have that allergic reaction? It's good that you said we'll have to get another EpiPen. We'll have to get another one.
So right now, what Officer Strong's doing, he's going over kind of a
If this
debriefing,
subsides,
right? Things that they could have
is that
done,
immediate life
what could
threat
change,
over?
how it could do, and that's the important
When
part
they
of
have
what
the
this
open
portion
airway?
is.
So
They get
it's-
experience
that
with something,
immediate
and there's
threat
always
has been
something more they can learn.
neutralized,
So going into the
but still
night
offer
debriefing
EMS
afterwards and saying, hey, we could do
response.
this,
They
we could
might
do
actually
that,
still, because
is where it'll
at
help
one
as well.
point in time there was that immediate life
Right,
threat.
that's a very
So it's always good to have the
important
EMS
part
response.
of the training process, I feel,
Without
is
that
that
threat.
debriefing, figuring out what you did right in a timely manner, what, maybe could have been a little faster, what could have been different, because when you're dealing with medical emergencies or really any event that a police officer might respond to, we're talking about time is of the essence.
Yes, it is. If we had unlimited time, it would be phenomenal. Unfortunately, we don't.
You're positive you do not want EMS.
Being where we are, there are some rural areas, like I said, where your help could be 45 minutes away, an hour away. So being the officers on the street all the time, they're always, most of the time, going to be the first ones there. So as much training as they can get and comfortability doing it, it's going to save a lot of lives.
Any EMS services? Nope. Okay. Tree nuts for sound.
That probably would be done.
Okay, well, I'm thinking that we take a quick commercial break, guys, and we will be back in 3 to follow the cadets for more of their EMS training. So stay with us. We'll be back.